Space was quiet. Too quiet. Admiral Rhea Donovan stood inside the command deck of Earth's main defense station, looking at the stars through the wide glass window. She had seen wars, storms, and strange alien threats, but today felt different. Today the silence felt dangerous. Her second-in-command, Officer Malik, entered quickly. "Admiral, we received a signal," he said. Rhea raised an eyebrow. "From where?" Malik swallowed. "From outside Council territory. A dead zone." Rhea's eyes narrowed. The Galactic Council always warned everyone to stay away from that region. They said it was unsafe, unstable, full of old debris. But Rhea never trusted their warnings. "Let me hear it," she said. Malik tapped a control pad. A heavy static sound filled the room. Then a distorted voice whispered, "Do not trust them." The signal cut off sharply. The room went silent again. Rhea slowly turned toward Malik. "Was that human?" Malik nodded. "Yes. The voice pattern is from a human fleet officer. But the call sign is unknown." Rhea walked to the center console. "Replay the signal. Clean it up." Malik worked fast. The signal played again, clearer this time. "Earth, danger. The Council, not your ally. They." The transmission ended as if someone forcefully shut it down. Rhea felt cold. For years, the Galactic Council claimed to be Earth's protector. They provided technology, trade routes, and peace treaties. They acted like they wanted harmony in the galaxy. But Rhea always sensed something else behind their friendly smiles. Now this signal felt like a warning from someone who tried to speak the truth, and died for it. She opened a secure channel. "This is Admiral Rhea Donovan. Activate Protocol Shadow Search. I want a scout ship deployed to the dead zone immediately." Malik hesitated. "Admiral, if the Council finds out." "We do not report this to them," Rhea said firmly. "Not yet." Malik nodded and hurried off. The dead zone mission. Hours later, a small recon ship called Falcon 9 left Earth orbit and jumped into hyperspace. Inside were 4 elite pilots and a quiet engineer named Samira Holt. She was the best systems specialist in the fleet. When they arrived at the coordinates, they didn't see danger. They saw ruins, burned metal, destroyed ships, debris floating like ghosts. Samira activated her scanners. "These ships, they're human." The pilot, Captain Leo Grant, frowned. "But Earth didn't send any missions here." Samira zoomed in on the wreckage. "No, someone did. Recently." Inside the wreckage, they found something even stranger. Small pieces of Council tech lying among the remains. Not pirate tech. Not scavenger tech. Council tech. Grant's voice was low. "Why would Council weapons be in a human graveyard?" Samira didn't answer. She kept scanning until her screen flashed red. "Reading a life signature," she shouted. They followed the signal to a half-broken pod drifting in the dark. It was badly burned, but someone was still inside. They pulled the pod into their ship and forced it open. A badly injured human officer fell into their arms. His uniform was old, the kind used in secret missions. He grabbed Samira's hand with surprising strength. "You must warn Earth." "They lied. They betrayed us." Samira leaned closer. "Oh, tell us." The officer coughed blood, shaking. "The Galactic Council, they planned this. They destroyed our fleet. They want to weaken Earth before they strike." His eyes went wide with fear. "They know humans grow stronger every year. They fear us." Grant swallowed. "Why fear us?" The officer whispered his final words. "Because they know humanity never surrenders." His hand fell limp. His eyes froze open. He was gone. Samira stepped back, shaking. "Captain, we need to tell Earth right now." Grant nodded. "Yes. And we tell Admiral Rhea first." The return. When Falcon 9 returned, they brought not just the dead officer, but the truth he had died to deliver. Admiral Rhea watched in silence as Samira explained everything. The destroyed ships, the Council tech, the officer's final message. Malik looked pale. "This means the Council attacked our own people?" Rhea folded her arms. "It means the Council has been preparing something for a long time." She turned back to the large screen showing distant stars. "Why now?" Malik asked. "Why betray humanity? Earth followed every treaty." Rhea sighed. "Because we grew too strong. Too fast. The Council fears any race that becomes powerful." "What do we do?" he asked. Rhea slowly smiled, not a happy smile but a determined one. "We stay silent. We pretend nothing happened. And we prepare." "Prepare for what?" Rhea looked deep into the darkness of space. For the moment the council makes their move. And for the moment we strike back. The real suspense begins. Later that night, Rhea replayed the strange warning signal again. Do not trust them. Whoever sent it risked everything to reveal the truth. And inside her heart, Rhea felt something heavy and cold. This was not the start of war. This was the sign that war had already begun. Humanity just didn't know it yet. But soon, the galaxy would learn something the Council had forgotten. Betraying humanity never ends well. The Galactic Council's capital world, Orion Prime, was a place of shining towers and fake peace. From a distance it looked perfect, clean, bright, orderly. But deep inside the Council Hall, darkness was growing. High Counselor Sarek stood at the center table, watching a hologram of Earth's growing power. Human ships. Human cities. Human colonies. Each year, Earth expanded faster than any other species. Sarek spoke with a cold voice. Humanity has advanced too far. Their progress threatens the balance of the galaxy. Another council member, Raller, folded his long arms. They are still young. They respect us. They follow our rules. Sarek glared at him. You are blind. Humans adapt faster than any species we have ever studied. Give them 2 decades and they will challenge our authority. Raller hesitated. So what do you propose? Sarek tapped a control pad. The hologram changed, now showing the ruins of the secret human fleet they destroyed weeks ago. A test, Sarek said. To measure their reaction. Raller leaned forward. And? Sarek smirked. They never found out. Our strike was perfect. But he didn't know the Falcon 9 had returned with the truth. Sarek continued. We will weaken Earth quietly. Slowly. They will never see the real plan until it is too late. The council members nodded in agreement. Their betrayal was official. Back on Earth, the evidence grows. Admiral Rhea Donovan stood inside the Earth Defense Intelligence Center. The lights were dim, the screens bright. Officers worked quietly, analyzing everything the Falcon 9 team recovered. Rhea leaned over Samira's workstation. What did you find? Samira zoomed into a piece of metal from the wreckage. This small device, she said, should not be here. It's a council tracking node. They use it to follow enemy ships. Rhea frowned. So the destroyed human fleet was being tracked? Samira nodded. That means the council planned the ambush. Malik joined them holding a strange data chip. And we found this in the dead officer's hand, he said. It's encrypted and old, but it has a council symbol. Rhea took the chip carefully. So he stole this from them. Samira added, maybe he tried to warn us before they caught him. Rhea looked around at her team, feeling the weight of responsibility. If the council wants us weak, she said, they will strike again. A message from the council. The next morning the Galactic Council contacted Earth. Everyone gathered in the main briefing room as the council holograms appeared, tall alien figures with emotionless faces. High Counselor Sarek spoke first. Earth, we have detected unusual movement in your border fleets. We request an explanation. Rhea stepped forward. Our movements are routine. Defensive only. Sarek tilted his head slightly. Defensive? Against what? The galaxy is peaceful. Rhea fought back the urge to smile. She knew he was lying. We simply wish to keep our people safe, she said calmly. Sarek's eyes narrowed. Earth is becoming unpredictable. We expect complete cooperation from all council members. Rhea's voice stayed steady. Then treat us like allies, not children. Sarek paused for a moment, annoyed. We advise you to reduce military activity. Too much strength invites conflict. Rhea stared directly into the hologram. And too much control invites rebellion. Sarek blinked once, surprised. The council ended the call immediately. Malik whispered, Admiral, that was bold. Rhea crossed her arms. They're testing us. We cannot show fear. Inside the council, their fear grows. Back on Orion Prime, Sarek slammed his fists onto the table. They know something, he shouted. Earth is acting differently. They suspect our plans. Raller looked troubled. Perhaps we should negotiate? Sarek glared at him. Negotiate with humans? They do not know their place. He pointed at the hologram of Earth ships. They must be weakened before their influence spreads. Sarek activated another display. A blueprint of a large weapon facility. Begin Phase 2, he ordered. Destroy their colonies. Cut their supply lines. Break their spirit. The council members nodded. Their betrayal was no longer a secret plan. It was in motion. Earth detects the first move. 2 nights later, an alarm sounded across Earth Command. Samira ran toward Rhea holding a data pad. Admiral. One of our colony outposts, Jasper 7, it went silent. Completely. Rhea's face tightened. Any signs of attack? Samira shook her head. No signals. No survivors. Only static. Malik checked another screen. And we lost a supply ship near the outer ring. The debris pattern looks unnatural. Council weapons? Rhea asked quietly. Samira nodded slowly. Yes. Matching energy signatures. Rhea clenched her fists. So it begins. The hidden enemy steps into the light. Later that night, Rhea stood alone in the strategy room. The stars outside looked peaceful, but now she knew better. She played the dead officer's last words again. They want to weaken Earth before the strike. Rhea whispered to the empty room. They think we will break easily. She turned toward the digital map of the galaxy. They don't understand humanity at all. Her eyes hardened with resolve. Humans don't break. Humans rise. Part 2 ends with the quiet truth. The Council had made their first move. Now humanity would prepare for theirs. The galaxy's silence broke at dawn. Admiral Rhea Donovan stood on the main bridge of Earth's command station when the alarm started. Bright red lights flashed across every screen. Officers rushed to their stations. Malik shouted, Admiral, we are receiving distress calls from Colony Vega, 12. Rhea turned sharply. Put it on. The room went quiet as the screen lit up. A shaky hollow recording appeared, a frightened colonist with smoke behind her. They came out of nowhere. Council ships. They are firing on us. A loud explosion cut her off. Static took over. The signal was gone. Samira looked up from her console, face pale. Admiral. Vega, 12 has been destroyed. The room fell silent. Malik whispered, the Council made their first open attack. Rhea straightened her uniform. No. They will call this a misunderstanding. They always lie. She turned to the communications officer. Send immediate orders. Activate Red Shield protocol across all colonies. Yes, Admiral. Red Shield meant one thing. War was coming. The Council's false apology. Only an hour later, the Galactic Council sent another message. Rhea stood with her officers as High Counselor Sarix appeared in hologram form, looking calm and innocent. Earth, Sarix said, we regret to inform you that pirates attacked your colony Vega 12. Our patrol ships tried to help but arrived too late. Rhea didn't move. She didn't blink. But everyone could feel the anger behind her silence. Malik whispered, pirates? He thinks we're fools. Sarix continued, we advise Earth not to respond aggressively. It will only cause more problems in the galaxy. Rhea stepped forward slowly. Counselor Sarix, she said, voice steady, we detected energy signatures from your weapons on the colony ruins. A long pause. Sarix's left eye twitched, a tiny sign of fear. That is impossible, he replied. Rhea leaned in. And yet, it is true. For the first time, Sarix had no answer. Instead, he simply said, we will investigate. You must remain calm. The hologram disappeared. Malik muttered, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Rhea turned to her team. Prepare the fleet. The first battle begins. Hours later, Earth's outer defense station detected movement. Samira stared at her screen. Multiple ships incoming. Council signatures. How many? Rhea asked. Samira's voice shook slightly. Too many. The Council fleet arrived in a wave of blue light. Dozens of heavy cruisers, escort ships, and carriers. Malik's jaw dropped. They sent a full strike force. Rhea lifted her hand calmly. All defense units, hold position. The Council ships formed a tight formation, surrounding Earth's outer defense line. Sarix's voice broadcast across all channels. Earth, lower your shields. We are here to maintain peace. Rhea responded instantly. Fire. Her voice was cold and clear. The first human missiles flew like fire through space, striking the front Council ship. It exploded instantly, shocking the Council officers. Sarix shouted from the comm. Earth. That was an act of war. Rhea answered. No. Destroying our colonies was. And with that, the first official battle between Earth and the Galactic Council began. Earth fights back. Human fighters launched from carriers, cutting through Council lines with speed the aliens didn't expect. Humans were not the largest species. Not the strongest. Not the oldest. But they were the most adaptable. The most unpredictable. The most stubborn. In the middle of the chaos, Samira coordinated with several ship captains. Redirect power to secondary shields. Flank left. Split the enemy formation. Human ships moved in ways the Council never trained to counter. Every time a Council cruiser tried to trap a human fighter, the fighter changed course like a wild animal. One of the Council commanders shouted over their internal comm. "Why do humans move so irregularly?" Another replied. "They do not fear risk. They do not fear loss. They fight like they have nothing to lose." And that fear spread through the Council ships. The turning moment. A large Council carrier tried to break Earth's line by firing a heavy plasma beam at the defense station. If the beam hit, thousands would die. Samira screamed, "Admiral! Incoming plasma beam. Direct hit in 12 seconds." Malik looked terrified. "We can't block it." Rhea took one breath. "Redirect all shield power to front plates. And then, fire everything we have at the carrier." Malik blinked. "Everything? Do it." Dozens of human ships fired at the same time. Missiles. Plasma cannons. Ion charges. They struck the Council carrier all at once. Boom. The massive ship broke apart, the plasma beam flickering out before it could fire. Samira let out a shaky breath. That saved us." Rhea didn't celebrate. "Prepare for the next wave." The Council retreats. After several hours of fighting, the Council fleet began to fall back. Their formation broke. Their discipline collapsed. Malik stared in disbelief. "They're retreating?" Samira checked the scans again. "It's real. The Council is pulling away." Rhea watched the enemy ships flee into hyperspace. "They underestimated humanity," she said quietly. "They thought we would kneel." She looked at Malik. "What have they learned instead?" Malik smiled softly. "That humans never surrender." The battle was over, but Earth did not feel safe. Admiral Rhea Donovan stood on the observation deck of the command station, watching the empty stars where the Council fleet had retreated. The silence felt heavy, like a warning, not a victory. Malik stepped beside her. "They left faster than expected." Rhea nodded slowly. "Yes, too fast. They didn't fight to the end, which means they have another plan." Samira joined them holding a datapad. "Admiral, incoming message from Captain Aaron of the Mars Frontier Fleet. He says they found something strange." Rhea raised an eyebrow. "Put him on." A hologram flickered to life, showing Captain Aaron, his armor scratched, his face tired. "Admiral," he said, "we discovered a Council probe. It was hiding in the asteroid belt." Rhea leaned forward. "What kind of probe?" Aaron exhaled. "A spy probe. It was watching our ship movements and transmitting data to an unknown location." Malik frowned. "Unknown? Not to the Council?" "No," Aaron replied. "We checked the signal pattern. It doesn't go to any Council base we know." Rhea's eyes narrowed. "So the Council has allies they never told us about." Everyone in the room felt a chill. The Council was dangerous enough alone. Enemies in the shadows made it worse. The Council's secret network. Hours later, Rhea gathered her senior team in the strategy room. A galaxy map lit up the table with red dots showing confirmed Council activity. Samira expanded a highlighted region. "Look here. We intercepted coded signals from the Council in this sector." Malik squinted. "But that sector is supposed to be empty. Nothing but dead stars." Samira shook her head. "Not anymore." She tapped the screen. A new symbol appeared, unknown, circular, and pulsing with energy. Rhea studied it carefully. "That isn't Council technology." Malik stepped back. "So who are they working with?" Rhea answered calmly. "Someone older. Someone stronger. Someone who does not want to be seen." The room grew silent. Samira spoke softly. "If the Council has a hidden ally, they might be preparing a bigger attack." Rhea turned to her officers. "Then we must find out who this ally is before they strike." A message from inside the Council. Later that night, while most officers rested, Rhea stayed awake reviewing reports. Suddenly her console beeped, an encrypted message. Unknown sender. No signature. No origin. Malik rushed in. "Admiral. The encryption. It matches Council internal codes." Rhea opened the message. A hooded alien figure appeared, face hidden in shadows. "Admiral Rhea Donovan," the figure said, voice low and urgent. "I am sending this at great risk. The Council has lied to you, and to everyone." Rhea leaned closer. "Who are you?" The figure ignored the question. "There is a faction inside the Council that wants Earth destroyed. They claim humans are too dangerous, too unpredictable. They fear your rise. Malik whispered, so the attack was planned. The figure continued. But the real threat is not the council. It is the ones controlling them. They call themselves the Archeon. Rhea frowned. Who are they? Ancient machines, the figure said. Older than any known species. They hide behind the council, using them like puppets. They want your world erased. Rhea felt her chest tighten. This was worse than she imagined. The figure spoke one final warning. They're coming. And the council cannot stop them. Only humanity can. Then the message cut off. Malik stared at the dark screen. This is unbelievable. Rhea stood slowly. No. This explains everything. The enemy behind the enemy. Rhea gathered her team again at dawn. She spoke clearly. We are not just fighting the council anymore. We are fighting something older. Something hidden. Something using the council as a weapon. Samira typed rapidly. I searched the archives. There are old myths about machine gods called Archeon. But no official records. Malik crossed his arms. So they erased their own history. Rhea nodded. And now they erased our colony. She looked at the glowing galaxy map. If the Archeon exist, they will not stop. They will keep pushing the council until humanity is destroyed. Samira asked softly. Then what do we do? Rhea answered without hesitation. We go after the truth. Mission to the dead sector. Preparations began immediately. Rhea assembled an elite strike team, scientists, warriors, hackers. She chose Malik and Samira to go with her. Our mission, she said, is to enter the dead sector and find what the council is hiding. We need evidence. We need answers. Samira asked, and if the Archeon are there? Rhea put on her armor. Then we face them. The silent journey. Their stealth ship, the Horizon, left Earth under emergency clearance. No one else in the fleet knew where they were going. No one could know. As they entered hyperspace, Malik checked the scans. No signals. No transmissions. It's like the entire sector is dead. Stay ready, Rhea said. Hours later, the ship dropped out of hyperspace. The view outside took their breath away. Dark stars. Broken moons. Silent debris fields. And in the center of the dead space, Samira gasped. What is that? A massive structure floated in the darkness. Half machine, half planet, covered in glowing lines like veins. Malik whispered, That's not a council base. Rhea felt a chill crawl up her spine. That must be Archeon. A hidden enemy. An ancient power. And humanity had just entered their home. The massive structure floated in the dead sector like a sleeping monster. No lights. No movement. No sound. But Rhea knew it was alive. Malik checked the scanners again. There are no life signs, he said quietly. But there is energy inside, old energy. Samira zoomed in the image. The architecture, it's strange. It's not built like normal machines. It looks grown. Rhea stared at the huge metallic veins twisting across the surface. Archeon, she whispered. The word felt dangerous in her mouth. Entering the machine world. Their ship drifted closer, slow and silent. No defenses activated. No signals detected. It was like the structure didn't care they were there. Are we sure this is safe? Malik asked. Rhea gave a short answer. No. She ordered the docking arm to attach to a large opening in the structure that looked like a mechanical cave. As the airlock sealed, a deep metallic vibration moved through the ship. Samira stepped back. What was that? Rhea didn't move. The structure knows we're here. The dark corridor. The team walked inside with weapons ready. Their helmet lights cut through the silent darkness. The walls were tall and curved, made of metal that looked almost alive, breathing slowly, pulsing faintly. Malik touched the surface. It's warm. Samira scanned the wall. It's not metal. It's some kind of living alloy. Half machine, half something else. Rhea kept walking. Stay focused. We need evidence. We need to know how the council is connected to this. They moved deeper. Every step echoed. Every shadow felt like it was watching. The memory chamber. They entered a large circular room with floating shards of glowing crystal. The center of the chamber held a tall black pillar covered in symbols. Samira whispered, I think these shards are data. Rhea approached the pillar. Can you access them? Samira nodded nervously, then connected her wrist tool to one shard. The room flashed with light. Images appeared in the air, holograms showing ancient wars. Massive machines destroying entire planets. Armies of Archeon marching across galaxies with cold precision. Malik stepped back. They wiped out whole civilizations. Samira's voice shook. They were not just machines. They were rulers. And the council served them. Rhea watched closely. The final image showed something worse. Council leaders kneeling before a massive Archeon construct. Malik clenched his fists. They betrayed the galaxy long ago. Rhea said quietly. And now they betrayed Earth. The awakening pulse. Suddenly the pillar began to vibrate. The walls around them brightened. The floor pulsed with a deep red glow. Samira shouted, "Admiral, we triggered something." Rhea grabbed her rifle. "Move. We're leaving." But the exit closed with a heavy mechanical slam. A cold, metallic voice filled the chamber. "Identities human. Unauthorized." Malik looked up as glowing eyes opened in the darkness above. The Archean reawakened. The entire chamber began to shift, walls folding, forming shapes like arms and faces emerging from the metal. Samira yelled, "This place, it's alive." Rhea raised her weapon. "Then we fight our way out." The machine guardian. The floor split open and a massive machine rose from below. Its body was tall and humanoid, made of shifting metal plates. Its face had no mouth, only a single bright red eye. Malik whispered, "That thing, it's a guardian." Rhea gave the first order. "Fire." Blue energy shots hit the guardian, but the metal plates absorbed the blasts like raindrops. Samira quickly scanned it. "Admiral, it adapts to the energy of our weapons. We can't hurt it." The guardian raised its arm, forming a long blade of molten metal. Rhea dodged the strike, barely avoiding the burning edge. "Then we attack differently." She spotted the glowing memory shards floating above. "They are powering the room. Destroy them." Malik aimed and fired at the nearest shard. It exploded, sending sparks across the chamber. The guardian staggered as its red eye dimmed. "It's working," Samira shouted. Rhea pointed to the rest. "Take them down." One by one Malik and Rhea blasted the shards. Each time the guardian weakened, its movements slower and clumsy. When the final shard shattered, the guardian collapsed, melting into the floor like liquid metal. The chamber fell silent again. A message meant for humanity. The pillar flickered weakly, then projected a final image. A warning. A massive Archeon fleet sleeping deep in the galactic void. Thousands of ships. Thousands of war machines. Samira covered her mouth. This is an Armageddon force." Rhea knew what it meant. The council didn't just betray us. They woke up the Archeon. Malik swallowed hard. Earth cannot fight that alone. Rhea stepped closer to the projection. "We won't be alone. Once the galaxy learns the council is controlled by these ancient machines, everything will change." She turned to her team. "We take this information back. No matter what." The structure reacts. The chamber suddenly shook. The floor cracked. The walls started closing in. Samira shouted, "The whole place is waking up. It's trying to trap us." Rhea yelled, "Back to the ship, now." They sprinted through the twisting corridor as the structure roared like a giant mechanical beast. Metallic tendrils crawled from the walls. Lights flashed red. The door to their docking port slammed halfway shut. Malik rushed forward and held it with all his strength. "Go. Get on the ship." Rhea and Samira slid under the closing door. Malik dove in at the last second, landing hard but safe. The ship detached instantly, engines roaring. As they flew out, the Archeon structure started to unfold, massive arms opening like a waking titan. Samira whispered in fear. "It saw us." Rhea nodded. "And now it knows humanity is awake too." The horizon raced through hyperspace, engines burning at maximum. Inside the ship, alarms flashed red but no one cared. They all felt the same pressure. The Archeon structure had awakened, and its presence followed them like a shadow. Samira stared at the blinking warning lights. "It scanned us," she whispered. "It knows our ship's signature. It knows who we are." Malik sat in the co-pilot chair, breathing hard. If the Archeon know us, then the council already knows too. Rhea stood at the center of the bridge, calm but focused. "Then we deliver the truth first." She looked at the data drive Samira held, evidence that would shake the entire galaxy. "Once we reach Earth, the council will have no hiding place." Return to Earth. Their ship dropped out of hyperspace near Earth's defense barrier. The sky glowed with shield lines and the orbit was full of human battleships. Earth was preparing for war. The comm chimed. "Unidentified vessel, state your identity." Rhea stepped forward. "This is Admiral Rhea Donovan. Priority clearance." There was a long pause. Then the reply came sharply, tense, worried. "Admiral Donovan, we thought you were dead." Rhea gave a short breath. "No. But we discovered something worse than death." They landed on Earth Command Station Prime. Officers saluted as Rhea, Malik, and Samira stepped out, but their eyes showed fear, not respect. News had spread. The Council had attacked colonies. The galaxy was trembling. General Holt approached with a grim face. "Admiral, we received fragments from your ship. You found something?" Rhea held out the data drive. "We found the truth." The revelation room. In the command hall, the entire Earth leadership gathered. Screens filled the wall. Soldiers, scientists, and diplomats stood together. Rhea connected the drive. The room went silent as the holograms played. Archeon machines marching across ancient worlds. Destroyed civilizations. The council leaders bowing before Archeon constructs. A secret alliance older than any empire. Whispers filled the room, shock, anger, disbelief. General Holt slammed his fist on the table. "So the council served the Archeon this whole time?" Rhea nodded. "They want humanity destroyed because the Archeon fear what we can become." Samira added. "The council's attack on us was not their idea. They were following Archeon commands." The diplomats exchanged nervous looks. One of them said, "If the galaxy learns this, the council will lose all its power." Rhea spoke clearly. "That's exactly what we want. Sending the truth to the galaxy." Earth began transmitting the evidence to every known species. Neutral worlds. Former council allies. Independent fleets. Resistance clusters. Black market channels. Frontier colonies. Even council-controlled planets. Within hours, the entire galaxy saw the truth. Messages began to flood back. "The council betrayed us. We trusted them. They worked for machines. Earth was right. We will stand with humanity. Down with the council. Down with the Archeon." Rhea watched as one star system after another rejected the council. Malik smiled for the first time in days. "We just changed the entire balance of power." Samira added softly. "The council is collapsing, and they know it. The council strikes back." But the victory did not last long. An alert sounded, urgent and loud. General Holt turned to Rhea. "Admiral, incoming transmission from the council flagship." The screen lit up with High Chancellor Vurek's face. His voice shook with anger and desperation. "Rhea Donovan, you have committed treason against the council." Rhea glared at him. "You lied to the galaxy. You served the Archeon." Vurek slammed his hand on the console. "You do not understand what you have unleashed. The Archeon will not allow chaos. They will bring order." Rhea stepped forward. "They will bring extinction." The Chancellor's eyes burned with fear. "You cannot fight them. Humanity is doomed." Rhea spoke calmly. "Maybe. But we choose our own fate. Not yours. Not theirs." The transmission cut abruptly. General Holt frowned. "What does that mean?" Samira checked the sensors, and her face went pale. "Admiral, council fleets are moving toward Earth." Malik added, voice tense. "And they're not alone." Rhea turned slowly. "What do you mean?" Malik zoomed in on the approaching signatures. Dark ships. Heavy. Silent. Moving like shadows in space. "Archeon vessels," he said. "The machines are awake. Galaxy in chaos." Reports came from every direction. Council planets were revolting. Their entire fleets were breaking free. Some species begged Earth for help. Others planned to attack the Council. Some wanted to hide. Others wanted revenge. The galaxy was tearing apart. Rhea faced her generals. "We need to unite every species that still believes in freedom." General Holt nodded. "And the Council?" Rhea answered coldly. "They made their choice. Preparing for the impossible." Earth began to prepare for the largest battle in its history. The skies filled with ships. Factories worked nonstop. Scientists built new weapons. Colonies sent reinforcements. Old enemies became sudden allies. Samira monitored the Archeon ships. "They are moving slowly," she said. "Almost as if they're testing us." Malik shook his head. "No. They're waiting." Rhea knew for what. A full invasion. She stepped onto the command balcony overlooking Earth's fleet. Humanity was ready. The Council was falling. The Archeon were coming. Rhea whispered to herself. "This is humanity's darkest hour." She tightened her grip on the railing. "And our brightest rise." The sky above Earth burned with lights. Red, blue, white. Fleets moved into position. Defense shields glowed around the planet like a shining sphere. Every human soldier, pilot, engineer, and commander felt the same thing. Fear and courage. Rhea stood on the command bridge of the flagship Vanguard. Malik and Samira stood beside her, silent but ready. A deep hum vibrated through the ship as machines warmed for war. Malik stared at the star map. "They're close," he said softly. Rhea nodded. "Then we hold the line." The Archeon arrived. The darkness of space shifted. Dozens, then hundreds, then thousands of shapes appeared. Archeon ships. Metallic, silent, shaped like blades and monsters. Their dark hulls absorbed all light, making them look like shadows tearing space open. Samira whispered, "They don't come in formation, they come like a swarm." Behind them came a second wave, Council capital ships, damaged, unstable, almost desperate. Rhea narrowed her eyes. The Council is using their last strength to serve their masters. Malik pointed to a massive vessel in the center. "That must be the Archeon War Corps. Their command ship." Rhea watched its swirling red energy. "If we destroy that, we break their control." Samira nodded. "And maybe save the galaxy." The first strike. The Archeon moved first. A deep pulse rippled across space, silent, invisible. But the effect was immediate. Ships lost power. Shields collapsed. Weapons flickered. Samira's eyes widened. "That pulse, it disables energy systems." Rhea's voice rose. "Switch everything to offline mode. Use kinetic weapons." Earth ships quickly adapted, switching to railguns, missile batteries, and mechanical launchers. Malik grinned. Old weapons, but effective. The first volley hit the Archeon swarm. Several ships cracked apart, falling into burning pieces. But many adapted instantly, changing shape, absorbing impacts, repairing themselves. Samira shook her head. "They evolved too fast." Rhea answered. "Then we hit harder." The Council's desperate move. As Earth fought the Archeon, the Council fleet moved toward the planet's southern defense line. General Holt's voice filled the intercom. "Admiral, the Council is breaking through our lower orbit." Rhea turned to Malik. "Take the second fleet. Hold them off." Malik saluted. "With pleasure." He ran to the drop bay, boarding a heavy battlecruiser. Samira grabbed his arm before he left. "Don't die." He smiled. "I'll try not to." The Archeon War Corps awakens. On the Vanguard, Rhea focused on the main threat. Samira, target the War Corps. Prepare the dreadnought cannons. Samira typed fast. Charging weapons, but Admiral, the Archeon ship is moving, like it's alive. The War Corps expanded, opening like a vast metallic flower. A red sphere glowed at its center. Rhea recognized it instantly. A star heart. Samira gasped. They're using a miniature star as their power source. The War Corps aimed the glowing sphere at Earth. Rhea shouted, "All ships, redirect to intercept. We cannot let that hit the planet." Humanity fights back. Dozens of human ships formed a barrier in front of the War Corps. The Archeon unleashed the Starheart beam. It sliced through space like a white firestorm. Human ships absorbed the first blast, and exploded instantly. One ship, then 10, then 20. Rhea shook, watching the destruction. "They're burning our fleet." Samira wiped tears from her eyes. "Admiral, we're losing too many." Rhea clenched her fists. "Then we make every loss count." She opened the comm channel. "This is Admiral Rhea Donovan. For Earth. For humanity. We push forward." The fleet surged ahead, firing everything they had. Missiles streaked. Railguns roared. Humanity refused to fall. The War Corps cracked, just slightly. Samira shouted, "We heard it. We actually heard it." Rhea pointed forward. "Then we finish it." Malik's final gamble. Meanwhile, Malik's fleet clashed with the Council. Their ships were unstable, half-broken, but full of desperation. High Chancellor Vurek appeared on Malik's screen. "You fight for a dying species," the Chancellor snarled. "The Archeon will erase you." Malik smirked. "Maybe. But we'll erase you first." He directed his ship toward the Council flagship. "Prepare the collision drive." His officers stared at him. "Sir, that's suicide." Malik nodded. "Only if it doesn't work." The drive charged with a deep hum. His ship accelerated, straight toward the Chancellor's flagship. Vurek screamed, "No!" Malik whispered, "For Earth." The impact was massive. Both ships exploded in a silent burst of white light. The entire Council's southern line collapsed. Rhea felt her chest tighten. "Malik." Samira covered her mouth, crying quietly. He bought us time, Rhea said softly. We use it. Humanity's last shot. Only one chance remained. Samira looked up at Rhea. Admiral, the dreadnought cannon is fully charged. We can fire once. Rhea nodded. Target the star heart. Samira hesitated. If we miss, we won't. Rhea placed her hand on the firing control. For Malik. For our lost colonies. For everyone the Council betrayed. She fired. A massive blue beam tore through space, cutting straight into the war core. The entire Archeon command ship trembled. Its red sphere cracked. Its metal plates melted. Its energy screamed. Samira shouted. We hit it. The star heart imploded. And for the first time, Archeon ships retreated. They folded into dark space, pulling back like a wounded animal. The Council survivors fled in chaos. Earth stood alone in the silent battlefield. But Earth stood victorious. A new dawn for the galaxy. Humanity mourned its losses. But the galaxy changed forever. Council control collapsed. Species formed new alliances. And all of them looked to Earth, not with fear but with respect. Rhea stood on Earth's balcony as sunlight rose. Samira joined her. Do you think the Archeon will return? She asked quietly. Rhea looked at the sky. Yes, she answered. But next time we won't fight alone. She placed her hand on Samira's shoulder. Humanity proved something today. Samira wiped her tears. What? Rhea smiled. That when we are betrayed, when someone tries to destroy us, we rise higher than they can imagine. The galaxy would never forget. The day humanity stood against ancient machines. The day the Council fell. The day human courage changed the stars.